Welcome to the Checked Out Podcast, the official podcast of the Cincinnati and Hamilton County Public Library. I'm your host, Jessica Renato, and I'm here today with Tara Kressler, Assistant Public Services Director, and Ella Euler, Main Library Manager. And today we're going to talk about recent things we've been watching and reading and listening to and give you some recommendations. So thank you both for being here today.
Yeah, hey, thanks for having us.
Well, let's just jump into it. So Tara, Ella, tell me what you've been currently watching and reading.
I have currently been reading, I've been in a little bit of like a reading drought. I haven't been reading, I know, it's very upsetting. But I recently got into Buckeye by Patrick Ryan. And it's like a family saga based in Ohio. So there's a lot of like location checking for those of us who live in Ohio, which is fun, but it's got me back into it, so I'm feeling better.
Is it fiction?
It is fiction.
Gotcha.
I only read fiction.
Like contemporary fiction or historical fiction?
It's historical, like family saga, early 20th century.
Cool.
Yes.
What about you, Tara? What are you reading right now?
I'm listening to Remain by Nicholas Sparks. He partnered with M. Night Shyamalan. It's, again, I don't know why I'm into these genres I don't typically listen to, but I'm all in. I'm loving it. It's like, I think Nicholas Sparks is a cat dad. Somehow he's integrated like cats, weaved it throughout all of the story, and it's a bit spooky, and I'm loving it so far.
That's awesome. I'm listening to an audiobook right now called Direbound by Sable Sorensen, and it is romantasy, which is like my favorite go-to genre, and I know Fourth Wing has been really big, but I would say it is like Fourth Wing, but with direwolves.
Ooh.
And so if you like romantasy at all, I cannot recommend it enough. It is addictive. It is so good.
Well, we were just talking about this, that romance seems to be this, really beloved genre recently, and we love that for the romance.
Yes, it used to be like very almost like taboo or embarrassing if you said like I love like a cozy romance.
Yes.
Or something like that, and now it's like so in the zeitgeist. It's thrilling.
Oh,
I love it.
And it's like all subgenres too.
Yes.
It's romantasy, it's suspenseful romance, it's horror romance is even like making like this new surge of reading. I love it too, and I'm glad that everybody just embraces it now.
Well, and for the girlies who grew up in Twilight times, Sookie Stackhouse times, right? Like this feels like coming home, and we're out and proud, and I love that.
Yeah. And vampires, I don't think ever really truly went away. Let's be real.
Never.
So what are you watching right now?
So Tara and I are both watching Gardening with Zach Galifianakis on Netflix.
So good.
It's so good. I am a huge gardener at home. I have lots of plants, but in my backyard, I have a huge vegetable garden, herbs, all that kind of stuff. Try to save it from the deer. But it's a huge hobby of mine. During the summer, on the weekend, you will find me at Lowe's as soon as they open, trying to save half-dead plants from the Lowe's clearance rack. That is my summertime hobby.
I see that with you. I really do.
And how does Zach help you with this?
So he does these little like deep dives on different kinds of plants and like so like the first 2 episodes are apples and tomatoes and like the history of it and how you can actually grow it to where it will bear fruit, pun intended, I guess. And so it's really quite lovely.
It's so wholesome.
Yes.
It's light. And like each episode is like 20, 30 minutes. There's bloopers involved, which I love. And he's got interviews with kids, sort of like the bloopers with kids. And it always just gets like a little raunchy. And I don't know. I didn't realize that we're the same age. But I don't know. I love it. It's kind of like a little like sunshine.
Yes, and he's so like goofy, but it's such an endearing way. Like I'm totally taking him seriously, which seems kind of silly if you ever watched Between Two Ferns.
That's exactly where my head was at when you said that. Awesome. Well, we are going to take a real quick break and hear about what's happening at the library, and then we will be right back.
Visit your favorite arts, cultural, and recreational attractions in Hamilton County for free with a Discovery Pass. With your library card, you can reserve a Discovery Pass for 15 local attractions, including the Cincinnati Museum Center and American Sign Museum. Learn more at chpl.org.
Did you know the library offers free printing? Print up to $5 of documents every day for free. That's 20 color pages or 33 black and white pages. Additional pages are only 15 cents a page for black and white or 25 cents a page for color. Learn more at chpl.org.
Welcome back to the Checked Out Podcast. I'm here with Tara and Ella, and we are talking about all the things we've been watching and reading lately. And now let's talk about what some of the things we've watched and read recently that we might recommend to listeners.
So recently, we have both been watching Shrinking on Apple TV.
But it's so hard to get through them. I cry within the first.
What is it? You got to
couple
give
of
us
minutes.
an explanation.
Okay. So Shrinking is about a group of therapists, which include Harrison Ford,
Ooh.
Jason Segel, and
The
the
third
third
person.
And another person who you can research online.
And they are a group of therapists, but also friends and mentors and mentees, and it kind of just goes through their life.
It's so good. And so season 2 has been rough because Michael J. Fox is guest starring. And so
yeah.
one thing about Harrison Ford's storyline is that he is living with Parkinson's. And like after the first episode, I started the second one, and I can't get through it because I swear to God, if something happens to Harrison Ford, my world won't be right. So I'm just sort of putting it off. But Ella spoiled it for me, so I can move forward with my life.
You need to know what happens. You're one of
I needed
those.
it, though.
Sometimes, like for your comfort show, like you need to know what happens so you're not like nervous.
It doesn't
about
sound
it.
like a very comforting show.
Oh, it is. It's so good. It's funny.
Aw.
I always tell people like it filled like the Ted Lasso hole
Oh, yes.
Yes.
in myself. Like you
It's
just
very
like,
Ted Lasso
yes.
vibes. Yeah, great analogy.
I feel like everything that I watch, it has to be something I can watch with my kids around. And my oldest child finally convinced our family, as a family, to watch Stranger Things. And somehow we had missed the boat on that. And so now we're at the very end of the last season. So that's been our recent watch. That and like Young Sheldon, I think, is our family's comfort show. So I feel like it's kind of always on in the background.
We always watch as a family. We always watch Abbott Elementary. Is our go-to
That's a good
family
one. That's a
watch,
good one.
For sure. Otherwise, reading. I recently listened to, actually not read, The 3 Lies of Kate Kay by Kate Fagan, and it was good. It was interesting. I used to like really hate a book with an unreliable narrator. Like it would like really frustrate me, but I've been like forcing myself to get into them more, and now I kind of like it because I never know what's going to happen next, and if what's happening is actually happening at all.
I love that. What about you, Tara?
Well, I'm really trying to get through the Dungeon Crawler series
Yes.
since we're hosting Matt Dinneman on May 14th. I just started the 5th book. I just finished The Gate of Pharaoh Gods. You know, it's funny because this is totally not my genre, but I'm all in.
They're so much fun.
You know what I do in my spare time is I shop online and I'm looking for the perfect, goddammit, donut hoodie.
Yes.
I saw one at the gym and I was like, I must have one. So I didn't realize what a fan I would be of this series.
It's so much fun.
It is so fun, and that's the thing. It's like the role-playing genre where he's trying to get through all the levels. I don't really connect with the video game aspect of it, and I have to remember like, oh, this is like a game that they're playing rather than like their real life, and it's
All the
just
different
been
kinds
great.
of bosses and stuff. I've also
Yeah.
been reading those, and the audiobooks of those, I don't know if you've listened to them at all, but they are phenomenal. The voice actor who does it is, I can't believe it's one person. Like, he's so talented, so talented. One that I just finished just came out, and it's called Invasive Species by Ellery Adams. And I know Ellery quite well, and she writes cozy mysteries usually. But she wrote her first, like, kind of, I don't know if you call it cozy, but kind of horror, cozy horror, like Desperate
cozy
House-
horror.
Yeah, like Desperate Housewives meets like a monster in the neighborhood. And it was so much fun. It is such a fun read. It just came out, and I highly recommend it. A lot of fun.
You know what? I would almost consider like a Grady Hendrix, almost like a cozy.
Oh yeah, that's a
horror,
great.
you know?
That's
like,
a great like adjacent for
Yes.
sure, like a
Okay.
read-alike.
Yeah.
for sure. What other reading recommendations or watching recommendations do you have for us?
So when Tara and I were like going through these items that we chose, it's like very funny that almost all of them, even like the movies, the TV shows, everything, are still book centric.
Love it.
Like they were almost always before a book. Another one I had on my list was Vladimir, which is on Netflix, which was also based on a book. It's about a little college professor couple who get involved in a scandal, and it's Rachel Weisz is the main character, and she breaks the fourth wall a lot, which I kind of love in a show. It's either love it or hate it. But really enjoying that.
Well, here's where I go left. My favorite thing that I recommend right now is called The Age of Disclosure, and it's on Prime, and it's a documentary. You need to download it to watch it, but it's about UAPs, and I'm really into aliens right now. I can see Paul in the corner looking at me like, what? It's so interesting to me. So there's also another show on Prime called The Program, and back in 2023, Congress had a hearing where they talked about, are aliens real? And I just love your reactions right now. I wish you guys could see this. It's so fascinating to me. And this is kind of like my little hobby with my brother. And we watch the shows and we text each other constantly about it.
this.
If anybody wants to engage in a conversation about this, like, please hit me up. I'm willing to talk about it. I just find it so fascinating. And if you're on the news at all, there's a lot of things going on about these scientists and what the connection is, and are they connected to UAPs and all of that. So I have been really into that lately.
I love it. I love things gone weird on Earth. It's like one of my favorite weird deep dive
Aliens are
rabbit
real,
trails.
man.
No, listen, I already told Tara I don't want to engage. Space is scary to me. I
love space.
We got into a debate on what's scarier, the ocean or space,
Yes.
and it's space. It is not the
I don't
ocean.
know. I think the ocean's scarier.
I'm gonna say, like, if you want to
Disagree.
talk about it, we have not discovered like the majority of the ocean.
I agree.
That's okay. It's underwater, you know.
You know, strangely, something I've like weird hobbies we've gotten like hooked on is it's my deep dive weird obsession is climbing Mount Everest, and so it is the beginning of Everest season right now, and
Okay.
so all of these people are like online talking about it, and they've had this Kumbal icefall block, and the Sherpas are having to find another way around. So like I feel that like I have my own kind of like weird obsessions. Will I ever climb Mount Everest? Absolutely not. However, I do think that stuff is fascinating.
We all have our weird interests, and I love it.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break, and then we will be right back.
Do you need a private space for studying or a meeting? Cincinnati and Hamilton County Public Library offers free meeting and study rooms for reservation. Available at most library locations. Learn more at chpl.org.
To expand access to STEM-related learning tools and materials, the library has partnered with the Library Foundation and Dean Regas to circulate 15 telescopes for use by library cardholders. Telescopes are available at 15 locations, and each can be checked out for a 7-day loan period. Learn more at chpl.org.
Welcome back to the Checked Out podcast. I'm here with Tara and Ella after doing a little research to see if "goddamn it, Donut" was an appropriate thing to say on the podcast. But it is a phrase that is part of the Dungeon Crawler Carl universe and is widely accepted as promoting that particular series. It's okay. It's okay. We're a library. We're here for all ideas. So we've been talking about all things that we're reading and watching, and we do have a couple more recommendations for you.
Yes, for me, my top recommendation of 2026 so far is Train Dreams, which is a movie on Netflix, but it is also a novella. So it's, again, going with our theme of books turned into media. It is so quiet. It's like such a quiet, simple movie. It was nominated for Academy Award, and I felt like all the other nominees around it were like very big, like big productions, and this was so small. But to me, it was so impactful to me. I thought about it for days and days and days. I had my own dreams about it.
Wow, that's the best compliment.
Yes, it was. It was just incredible. It was an incredible movie. I highly recommend. It is a little bit sad. So, be in your right frame of mind when you're watching it, but highly recommend, can't recommend enough.
Yeah, Ellen and I were talking about this earlier, and we connected on this concept because it's slow, reflective, it stays with you. And for me, that was Station 11, which is on HBO Max. And that one, I didn't want it to end. I actually would watch 10-minute sections of it because it was just so beautifully done. And I just thought about it so deeply. I didn't read the book. It's this sort of post-pandemic, society has completely changed, and they are like a band of actors that goes around to all these communities and put on plays. And there's these different sort of storylines that sort of weave in and out and come back together at the end. And it's just so, you're entertained by movies and when you're listening to books and reading, but this one, it just hits you deep, I thought. And we connected on that when we were talking about what our recommendations were. And
I haven't seen the show, but I have read the book. I read the book ages ago, probably around the time it first came out, and I just remember like walking away from that book with the same sort of feeling, but also remember thinking, this book kind of makes me never want to fly again, like never get on an airplane again. Like it was like, so like the thought of like a plane going down and you never being able to contact your family again is like sort of terrifying.
It is,
you know?
Yes. I have a similar to that. We talked also a little bit about like, do you ever not finish a book? Do you ever like stuff like that will hit me. Like when I'm reading a book, I tried to listen to Martyr, and there's a plane accident in that, and it was to me like I was getting ready to go on a trip, and I just like turned it off. Like, well,
Can't do this.
not gonna revisit that one again.
I did the same thing when I was traveling, and I read Here One Moment by Leanne Moriarty.
Yes.
Oh my God, have you read that?
I didn't read it all the way.
Okay, well, so I'm suspicious, and
Yes.
as a tourist, like I really get into all that kind of stuff. And that where a woman walks down the aisle and pretty much says to each person on the plane what's going to happen to them, and it talks a little bit about like what, do you believe in your fate or your destiny, or do you have some control over it? And then really like, not to spoil the book, and I won't, I promise, but it's more like, what is the reality of life, and sometimes maybe you don't want to think too deeply about all that stuff. And it's more about what the other person is going through rather than like what your life experiences are. So I recommended that book. It wasn't on the list, but it is
It's
so
okay.
good.
It's
So,
okay.
there you
We
go.
like a recommendation. Well, we're all book lovers here, as are a lot of people who listen to this podcast. And the library has done, I think, a really great job this year of lining up some great authors who are going to be at the Downtown Main Library throughout the year. Tara, you're leading that initiative. Do you want to tell us a little bit about some of the people that we can look forward to seeing at the library this year?
Yeah, we've got a series that we're calling Author Talks, and I love that this is what it's come to be, where we have some events that are have been in the works for years, like the Stern Lecture event at the end of the year, but some that we are coming up at sort of the last moment with a month's notice. So we offer a variety of events for our customers. In May 14th, we have Matt Dinneman. He will be talking about his latest book, Operation Bounce House. And then Nicholas Sparks will be coming to talk about Remain, which I mentioned earlier in the podcast. He wrote that in partnership with M. Night Shyamalan, who does the spooky movies. It's a great book so far. And then this summer, we are going to be celebrating the end of our summer reading program by hosting Eric Litwin, and that is going to be open and free to the public here at Main Library.
Of Pete the Cat fame. For those who don't know his name off the top of your head.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And then in October, we're preparing for spooky season by hosting R.L. Stein, October 24th. I'm super excited for him because he's for all ages, right? Like little kids
Absolutely.
reading him, but then there's that nostalgia piece for older adults like me who read him when we were in middle school. So,
Fought over
that's
some
what
of
we've
those
got going so
Goosebumps
far.
books at the
Yes.
Scholastic Book Fair. No
Yes.
doubt, no doubt.
Still hot commodities here.
They are. My kids still read Goosebumps books, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, they're redoing his covers, which I think they're modernizing those, so I think that's really fun.
That is really fun. Well, lots of things to be excited about, and thank you both for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
And thank you for listening. We hope you will tune in next time for our next episode of Checked Out. Checked Out is a podcast presented by the Cincinnati and Hamilton County Public Library. It is produced by Paul Wellington, sound engineered by Steve France, hosted by Jessica Renato, and supported by the CHPL brand team, as well as the hundreds of library staff across Cincinnati and Hamilton County. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week.